Hello everyone. Today I will be talking about different things you should not wonder when you're leveling in WoW Classic from level 1 to 60. The first item is the light feather, and this is a material you will use as a mage or a priest to either gain levitate or slow fall. This item you'll start collecting at around level 10 when you kill different birds and owls. Every time you need to cast a new levitate or slow fall, then you also need a new light feather. Therefore, this material will also be in high demand for all of Classic. In the low-level dungeon Wailing Caverns, you can kill the different beasts and skin these. Sometimes you will either get the Deviate skill or the Perfect Deviate skill, and these two materials are required if you wish to craft this blue belt as a leather worker. I highly recommend you to keep all the meat that you find, as this will be useful for leveling up cooking, and in between 175 to 225 you will end up using a lot of turtle meat and raptor flesh to level up cooking. Therefore, there's usually also a high demand for these two materials. And make sure to also keep these two, as you will need them to complete a cooking quest that allow you to train 225 to 300 cooking. When you're leveling either in Stranglethorn Whale or in Nomagan, there's a chance you will also get diffused wiring. This is a material that is needed by engineers for either crafting the repair bot but also the Gnome's cloaking device. And because the repair bot will be useful for all of Classic, well, then diffused wiring will also continue to be expensive. At around level 25, you can kill different dragons that has a chance to drop the small flame sack, a material you will need as an alchemist to craft the fire protection potion. The fire protection potion is useful in, for example, Molten Core, Onyxia, and Blackwing Lair. Talking about protection buffs, then I also need to highlight three elementals: elemental water, fire, and earth. Elemental fire is obtained at around level 35 and above. This is a material you'll need to craft the greater fire protection potion, so a protection potion that is even better compared to the one that I showed you before. And this protection buff will be mandatory for anyone who would like to do Onyxia's Lair, Molten Core, and Blackwing Lair. And the elemental earth will also be useful for all of Classic, as you can use these to craft restoration potions, greater nature protection potions, but also elemental sharpening stones as a blacksmith. And elemental water is needed for the last phase in Classic when you're about to do next Rammes, because you will need these to absorb a lot of the frost damage that you take from the different boss encounters in next Rammes. As an alchemist, you can use Heart of Fire and transmute these into elemental fire. But this depends on the phase, because in the beginning of a fresh server, you're not able to do this transmute. But at some point, you will unlock the ability to do this, and then the need for the Heart of Fire will also increase by a lot. Starting at around level 10, you will also find small eggs, a material you will need to level up cooking. But during December, the price for small eggs also increases, as you use these as a cooker to craft an item you hand in to complete a quest. This will reward you with 99 silver and a random gift. Starting at around level 20, you can kill different beasts that has the chance to drop the large fang, a material you will need as an alchemist to craft the rage potion. These rage potions will allow you to level up a bit quicker, but also be extremely useful at level 60 to either gain some rage before or during an encounter. At around level 35, you can kill different enemies that has a chance to drop the steel weapon chain. This will be mandatory for anyone who would like to level up blacksmithing, as it's an easy and cheap way to level up your profession. It is also going to be mandatory at level 60 for anyone who would like not to be able to be disarmed in PvP. Because this plan is recommended in every single blacksmithing guide, well, then the price is usually also quite expensive. At around level 55, you can go to Eastern Plaguelands and farm the Larval Acid, a material that is needed to craft the pre-raid Biz Healing Cloak. This cloak you can craft as a level 300 leather worker. In Felwood, I like to farm fell cloth. The drop chance isn't that high, but you need this material to, for example, craft mooncloth as a tailor. This is a material you will need to craft other epic and rare items. And the fell cloth is also needed by warlocks if they wish to craft the pre-raid Biz chest. Talking about tailoring and crafting rare and epic items, then I would also highly recommend you to keep all the iron web spider silk you find. You need this to max out your tailoring, but even as a level 300 tailor, you also need these if you wish to craft some other useful items at max level. Another material you will find a lot of when you're leveling all the way up to 60 is the Wicked Claw. This and many other materials you'll need in order to craft the Lionheart Helm as a blacksmith. This is even a pre-raid biz item and also a best in slot item for many different phases, for example fairy warriors. I've made another video where I show most of the locations where I farm these materials all the way up to max level, so a way for me to farm gold but also level up my character at the same time. And on my channel there are so many different guides for how I make gold, either by using the auction house or just rendering items right away to avoid using the auction house. Some of these videos can also be found in the description below this one. As always, thank you so much for watching and have an amazing day. Peace!